Hi guys, how are you? This is Ms. Sarah Basyuni. I'm with you today. We're going to be working on Unit 10, Lessons 3 and 4 together. Now, our topic of the day is trains. We're going to be comparing two kinds of trains and we're going to talk about them in detail with their schedules and everything. Get ready and let's go. I want you to listen to this sound and tell me, have you ever heard it before? And if you have, do you think maybe you have ridden a train before? What kind of experience was it like? Was it enjoyable, or was it for work? Or maybe you were visiting relatives somewhere? I want you to think about it. Now, our learning objectives of the day are we're going to ask and answer questions about trains, and we're going to listen to a conversation about traveling by train. And we're going to complete the dialogue when necessary. Now let's look at exercise 1. So guys, I want you to look at the train timetable and I want you to answer the following questions. Now we have 3 parts in our table. The first one is the train, the second one is the express with air conditioning, and the third one is the stopping train. Now if we compare between the express train and the stopping train, we'll notice that the express train leaves at 10 a.m. whereas the stopping train leaves at 10:10, which means that the stopping train starts late or departures late. If we compare the prices, we'll notice that the price of the express train with air conditioning is £26, whereas the stopping train is only £7. The train that is from Alexandria arrives at 12:50 p.m. with the express train, but 2:10 p.m. in the stopping train, which means that if you catch the express train, you will get to your destination much earlier than if you're on the stopping train. Now let's look at the questions. I hope that you understood the table. If you still struggle with the table, you may take another look and take your time. It's totally fine. Now if we look at number 1, we'll notice that the question states, which train is faster, the express train or the stopping train? The second question is, which train has air conditioning to make it cooler? And the third question is, which train is cheaper? And by cheaper, we mean for less money. Now, we're going to look at the answers here. Number 1, the express train is, of course, faster than the stopping train because the stopping train stops at more than one location before it reaches the final destination. If we look at number 2, which train has air conditioning to make it cooler? We're going to compare using the timetable. The express train has within brackets with air conditioning, whereas the stopping train does not. So number 2 is the express train. Let's look at number 3. Which train is cheaper? Now, let's look at the prices. When I say the word cheaper, I'm talking about money. So let's look at the middle part of the timetable and look at the price. In that case, let's compare. The express train is 26 single pounds, whereas the stopping train is £7. So automatically, the cheaper train is the stopping train. Let's go on to the next part. We're going to listen to the audio now and pay attention to the script because we're going to be answering questions later on.
Can I book a ticket to Alexandria, please?
Certainly. Would you like a single or a return?
I'd like a single, please. I'm spending a week there. What time is the next train?
There's a stopping train at 10:10, but the express train leaves at 10 a.m. That's in 15 minutes' time.
Is the express train much faster?
Oh, yes it is. The stopping train stops at lots of stations along the way, and the journey takes about 4 hours.
How long does the express train take?
It arrives at 12:50 p.m., so the journey takes 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Has the express train got air conditioning?
Yes, it has. You can also buy food and drinks on the train.
I think I'll book the express then. How much is that, please?
Have you got a rail card? It's cheaper with a rail card.
No, I haven't.
Without a rail card, it's 26 Egyptian pounds.
Thank you. Could you tell me which platform the train leaves from?
Platform 3. Have a good trip.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, guys, now we're going to be moving on. I'd like you to Try and match the information based on listening. You may listen to the audio for a second time if you need to. Let's look at number 1. Can I book a ticket to Alexandria, please? The answer is automatically done for us. It is letter E, which is, would you like a single or a return? Okay, so if we look at number 2, I'd like a single, please. What time is the next train? We need to make sure we complete this while we are listening. So, number 2 is C. There's a stopping train at 10:10. So the next train is at 10:10, but it is a stopping train. Let's look at number 3. How long does the express train take? Now, the express train takes 2 hours and 50 minutes, which is probably faster than the stopping train. Let's look at number 4. How much is that, please? So the express train is more expensive than the stopping train, and therefore it is 26 Egyptian pounds. So number 4 is D. Let's look at number 5. Could you please tell me which platform the train leaves from? Now, if we ask where does the train leave from, the answer will automatically be platform 3, which is letter B. Now we're going to listen again, and we're going to answer the following questions. How long is the businessman staying in Alexandria? And how long does the businessman have to wait before the next train? And what can you buy on the express train? Now, he's going to stay for a week. The businessman is going to stay for a week. And he had to wait 15 minutes before the next train. And also, he can buy food and drinks on the express train. Now we're going to the speaking activity, my favorite part. The steps we're going to follow are, look at the speech bubble, which is the image at the bottom left-hand side of the picture. And you're expected to refer to the examples in the function box in order to understand what to do. Then you're going to read the questions, ask and answer the questions, and please refer to exercise 2 for help with replies if you need to. Now, over here, student A says, you want to buy a train ticket to another city. Ask the assistant for help using expressions from the function box. The student B says, you are the assistant at the ticket office. Help student A. Now, this person is asking, can I book a return to Alexandria, please? If we look at the function box is there to help us or give us ideas on how to use words to apply what we have learned today. So I can say, can I book a single or return to Alexandria, please? And you could also say, would you like first or second class? How long does the express train take? Or how much is that, please? Or could you tell me which platform the train leaves from? Those are just ideas on what to say when you're buying or booking a train ticket. Guys, if you'd like more information, you can scan the QR code right there in front of you using your mobile phones in order to find out facts about railways in India. So we can even compare our railways in Egypt in comparison to India. Now, this is a wrap-up. This is the exit activity. You guys are expected to complete this by yourselves, and we can check it together next session. Good job, guys. I'm proud of you. Thank you for being attentive today, and we're going to stop here. Hi guys, we're going to be continuing the unit. We're going to move on to lesson 4. Guys, I want you to think about modes of transportation or means of transportation. We're going to be working on this today together. Now let's go to the slide. We're going to brainstorm modes of transportation, and we're going to decide where each mode of transportation goes on the map and which mode of transportation do you like using more. So each one of us probably uses a different kind of transportation, or maybe we use the same. So we're going to brainstorm together. Now we're going to complete the idea map with the correct collocations. I want you to look at the word box on the left-hand side of the picture, and I want you to tell me, can we get on and off the bus? If yes, please write it on the left-hand side of the word map. Let's look at the car. Can we get on and off the car or get into and out of the car? Definitely, we can get into and out of the car. What about a ferry? Can we get on and off the ferry or get in and out of the ferry? Definitely on and off a ferry. Now let's look at a horse. Can we get into and out of a horse or get on and off a horse? Well, we definitely get on and off a horse. Otherwise, it would be very funny. Now let's go on to a plane. Can we get on and off a plane or get into and out of a plane? Definitely on and off a plane. So we'll write it on the left-hand side. We can definitely get into and out of a taxi. And the last word is train. We can get on and off a train. Now, choose your most suitable answer, guys. Your train leaves on Saturday at 11:15. You do not have a ticket yet. I will repeat this one. Your train leaves on Saturday at 11:15 a.m. You do not have a ticket. What should you do, guys, here? Should you buy your ticket before Saturday or go to the station on Saturday morning at 15 minutes before the train leaves and buy the ticket? Well, I want you to consider the time factor and choose one answer. Would you rather buy your ticket before Saturday or go to the station Saturday morning before the train leaves by 15 minutes to buy the ticket? Now, let's look at question 2. You're meeting a friend at 10 a.m. at the sports center. You arrive at the sports center 10 minutes early or you arrive a little bit late. You know your friend won't mind. Now, these questions are for play, but they are actually showing a lot about your character. So pick your answers wisely and honestly. Now, let's look at number 3. Your lesson starts in 30 minutes and it takes you 15 minutes to walk to school. So is it A, you don't want to be late, so you start getting ready quickly, or you get ready slowly? It doesn't matter when you arrive. The most important thing is that you don't miss the lesson. Now, think and consider your answers because they show a lot about your character. Let's move on to number 4. You're meeting a friend at the park in 30 minutes, but your mother has asked you to help in the house, like all Egyptian mothers do. You might be late for your friend. What do you do in that case? You phone your friend and explain that you may be a few minutes late, or you don't tell your friend and arrive at the park 15 minutes late. Oh, these questions are quite interesting. Now, discussion questions. If you answered mostly A, then you're good at being on time. I want you guys to compare your answers to letter A. If you have chosen letter B, then maybe you need to work on your time management. Who is better at being on time, you or your partner or friend? I want you to consider people within your family or household and think about those questions. You can even discuss together. Now we're going to go to discussion in pairs. Question 1 states, why is it sometimes a good idea to arrive early? Guys, I want you to consider if you have an appointment and you have to arrive at a specific time, why is it better to arrive early than late? Do you think maybe it makes you more relaxed and people will respect you more if you're on time? They will be happy in dealing with you, maybe, definitely. I want you to think of your own answers. You can even jot them down in your notebooks. Now let's look at number 2. How would you feel if a friend arrived very late for a meeting with you? Let's say you're waiting for a friend. They're supposed to appear at a specific time, but they are late. How will you feel about that? Consider how you will feel and act accordingly if you can think of others and be there on time so that people are comfortable in dealing with you. Now, what have we discussed today throughout our Unit 10 lessons, guys? I want you to consider everything we have discussed today. I want you to consider the time factor and how to be organized, how to arrive early, and how to meet deadlines and meetings. Thank you. This is Ms. Sarah Basuni. It was very nice to see you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day.